Thank you for coming to hear my speech today. I want to teach you a little bit about learning and thinking. But the first thing I want to do is ask you a question. Who is the smartest person in your class? Kaylee.
Corinne does.
Why is Corinne the smartest person?
Because she gets a lot of A's and she studies a lot.
So she does pretty well on tests? Okay. Well, did you know that most of the questions on a test only measure the very most basic level of learning? And did you know that in Bloom's taxonomy, which most teachers use to know what level of learning they're trying to teach to, there's actually 6 levels. So those tests don't even measure the higher levels of thinking. But I've been taking some classes and I learned about that, and so I wanted to help you guys develop higher levels of thinking. And because of that, I read this book, Gavin, and it's called How to Have Intelligent and Creative Conversations with Your Kids by Jane M. Healy. She's a PhD, which means that she went to school for a long time and worked really hard to learn about the thing that she has her degree in. And she's a psychologist and has worked really hard with kids and family to help them be able to learn better. Well, she said that one of the ways that you can help kids learn to think on those kinds of higher levels that I was talking about is to have a certain kind of conversation. And it's kind of a cool conversation. It's a conversation that doesn't have any right or wrong answers, where everybody gets to participate and use their imagination and say what they think. And no one is ever wrong. In fact, she said that there's a lot of things that these different kinds of conversations can do for us. I want you to look at these pictures and help me figure out what she says these kinds of conversations can do. What do you think this is a picture of? Caden?
No fighting.
That's right. She says that if kids practice these kinds of conversations, that instead of fighting with their hands and their feet and hurting people, they can use their words to solve problems. How about this one? Gavin, what do you think this is a picture of?
Somebody going up and talking to someone that she doesn't know.
I think you're right. Kaylee, do you think that's very hard to do?
Yeah.
Yeah. That can be really hard to talk to somebody that you don't know. But if you learn through these kinds of conversations and practice talking, that can become easier because you'll be more confident in the way that you speak, and that your ideas matter and are important and you have something to contribute. Okay, what's this a picture of? Caden?
A very, very, very good report card.
Yeah! These types of conversations can help you get better grades in school because it exercises your brain and helps you to learn better. How about this one, Kaylee?
It looks like a big light bulb that moves above your head when you get an idea.
That's right. You know what? Have you ever had a problem that you just couldn't fix and you had to use your imagination to try and come up with a solution?
Once.
Well, these kinds of conversations can help you come up with ideas like that.
Once.
Yes, Gavin? Oh, you want to do the next one? Okay. Okay, what do you think this one is? Can I tell you? Or do you want to ask your brother or your sister for help?
You're taking a test.
It can help you get better grades on tests. Even tests like I just took on Monday, like my GRE, or there's another test that's kind of like a GRE for high school students going into college that's called the SAT. It can help you with those kinds of tests. Okay, what's this one? Caden?
This is for the idea picture. Once when we were supposed to write a story about the first day of school, I couldn't remember anything that really did happen, so I just
made up a story.
Yeah, with
you have a really good imagination.
With fantasy animals, like a giant turtle and a classroom was a fish tank.
That's really interesting.
And our pet was a dragon.
Did it help you learn anything about this kind of picture? What kind of picture is this?
It's about science and math.
Are science and math important to you? Thank you.
Yes. Science is the most important.
Oh, you love science. You love to experiment with things, huh? Well, these kinds of conversations can help you learn to be better at math and science. Okay, now this is the last one, and it's the most important. What's this a picture of? Kaylee, what's this a picture of?
Rochelle smiling and laughing.
Yes, who's Rochelle?
Our little sister.
Our little sister. And what is her best thing that she's good at, Gavin?
Determination.
Do you know what that means? Determination means that you keep trying even when something is hard.
Oh, like she tries to learn a lot of words and say them all in a correct sentence.
Yeah. Is anything easy for Rochelle?
No.
No. But she just keeps trying anyway, huh?
That doesn't stop Rochelle.
Yeah. Rochelle has a communication device to help her talk because she just can't get her muscles to work right. And do you remember how long it took her to roll over?
No.
How long?
2.5 years.
2.5 years. It's really hard for her because she has cerebral palsy.
What is it was 24 years.
That would be super long. Well, do you want to learn about kinds of questions that help us have conversations that can help us learn all of those things? Please put your chair back down. Well, me too. And do you know what? They're even kind of silly questions. But there are a few rules. Number 1, you must always be nice. Take turns. Let other people finish their sentences. And never ever say that anybody has a bad idea, that their idea is dumb or wrong. Never, never.
Dumb is a bad word.
It is a bad word. Okay. Do you think you can follow those rules? All right, then here's our fun question. What if people were born with wheels instead of feet? What do you think would happen if people were born with wheels instead of feet?
It would take me a much shorter amount of, it'd take me a lot of a longer time to get my shoes on.
I think you're right. Do you think you'd still wear shoes?
Probably not, but it'd be hard to get in bed too.
Oh, that would be hard.
You'd keep rolling off.
You'd trip on it or something, huh? Kaden, what do you think would happen if you had wheels instead of feet?
Keep doing. Since we wouldn't have any brakes, we'd keep crashing into things.
Oh, maybe. Have you ever gone roller skating?
Yeah. No, but
Well, I have.
I've
and
never
did you know
gone
that?
roller skating without crashing.
Did you know that there's roller skates often have brakes at the front that you can do it, but you can actually stop without using the brakes. You roll, 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 and when you want to slow down, you spin. And it bleeds off some of your momentum so you can stop.
Or you can go really, really fast and spin around and twirl in the air.
That would be really fun too. Or you could grab onto something and go, ah! Gavin, what do you think would happen if you had wheels instead of feet?
When I was trying to win a race, I would go too fast, and I would always be up in the front.
So you think if we
Somebody
had...
thinks I should take turns for people to have
Oh.
to be winning.
So you guys all think that if we had wheels instead of feet, we would go a lot faster?
Yeah.
What would happen if we came to stairs?
Bounce something?
We would have to bounce up them? What if our wheels rolled and we rolled down them? Oh!
I know what I'd do. I'd walk on my hands if I could.
Oh, your hands, but your hands and your feet would get really sore if you did that.
We don't have any stairs.
Why don't we have any stairs?
Because
Because Rochelle is in a wheelchair, and we need to
But
not
we
have any
could.
stairs. We could, and people do, but we don't because we have Rochelle in a wheelchair.